Not only are we going to talk about the weather, but we are going to see the usage of the different types of weather and phrases to describe its conditions. So let's move ahead. Well, I have an opening question for you all. How do you think weather affects the way people feel? Can anybody tell me this? Yes, Gauranshi? How do you think weather affects the way people feel? How?
Mom, because like if the weather is cloudy and people like have a activity to they have to do outside, so then they get like sad or they like don't feel good because they wanted to go out and the weather just suddenly changes, so that's why it affects the way people feel.
It affects the way you mean the physiological way, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that they become very lethargic and they don't have any activity. Okay, good try, Gaurashi. Thank you. Govardhan, what is your take? How do you think weather
Ma'am, good evening.
affects the way people feel? Good evening, Govardhan.
Ma'am, I definitely, ma'am, it affects our thoughts and mood and physical and mental emotions, ma'am. When it is hot and we feel irritated, and we can't pay attention to anything, ma'am. And when we have good pleasure weather, then we feel happy and to go out and enjoy and to learn new things. That is the way it affects, ma'am. And when we see cloudy weather, and then we feel lazy, dull, but
very melancholic.
yes, ma'am. But even in the morning, afternoon, evening, the mood changes according to the weather, ma'am.
Yes, very true. When it is hot and when the temperature is very hot, people become very aggressive and irritative also. Okay, thank you, Govardhan, for your inputs. Prema, please start.
Yes, ma'am. I agree with my co-learner. As weather affects the way people feel when the temperature is hot, or I can say the weather is sunny. So we feel some irritation, or we feel very lethargy. I can say. And when the weather is cloudy, then we want to eat pakoras, or we want to meet the friends, and we want to visit the gardens, etc. So accordingly, our mood has changed according to weather. Yes, ma'am.
Why many European countries, most of the time it is, they have summer for a very short period, so short duration in a year. So they become, they'll be very moody, and, they'll be very sad, and, that's how they have these, some of them get, suicidal tendencies because of that.
Yes,
so we
ma'am,
tell,
I agree.
walking and when the sun rises in the morning, walking in the sun also really helps a lot. So that's all these kind of things. Okay. Abhishek, thank you, Prema. Abhishek, please start.
Yes, ma'am. Does weather affect the way people feel? Yes, ma'am. Definitely it affects. And how it affects means, for example, if there is a cold weather, if or a rainy days are going on, and that time we don't feel like going out or doing any physical activities like playing cricket or football, and we feel bad or depressed in staying at home. And in other part, in a sunny days, we feel like we have to go out, chill with the friends, or play cricket or footballs, or do another other activities. Yes, ma'am. That's it.
Okay. Thank you. Devesh, please start.
Yes, ma'am. I will not say more, but a few points I would like to mention here. It directly affects our personal life, like which kind of life affects, which activities directly affects by the weather conditions. So I would say the first thing is the food activity, and the second thing I would say the recreational activity, and the third thing entertainment, and the fourth thing people's mind, or I would say here the people's mood. And and I think the more activity working systems sometimes affected by the weather conditions. So these things directly affect by the weather conditions, depending on the weather conditions.
Okay.
That's all, ma'am.
Okay. Very well. Anybody else? What about the others? Please
Ma'am, I wanted
participate.
to ask one thing, Devesh.
Yes, please. Yes, Devesh.
You described just recently European
Yes.
countries or the United States also, they feel very nervous in this which kind of weather situations, because I know there does not occur very hot in summer seasons. They are the temperate region. First of all, I want to mention here. But you said that they feel nervous or something like, why, what?
Yes, yes. I read it somewhere. I read it somewhere a few years back that, since everything is damp, there is no sunshine, it is winter, onset of winter, and, rains, something in between rains and winter where everything is cloudy and there is no proper sunshine and all that. So then you feel very depressed. In such weather conditions, people do feel depressed.
I think these weather conditions is adaptable to the human natures, because rainfall, if we want to take here the example of India, so on northern India it feels very, very hot. I'm not talking about the southern India. So I think most of the months occurs the summers. So people get tired of summers. Even North Indian people hate of the summer. So that's why I wanted to say that if that in their regions like the America or European countries, there does not occurs the summer. So I think we would like to say that there should be the enjoyment. They should have more enjoyment. They should have the more energy
How
for
many years? How many years? Just 1 year, 2 year, you will enjoy. Third year, again, it's the same thing. 9 months of winter and rains. Not even 9, almost 10 months of winter and rain, only 2 months of summer or spring. How does it feel?
But finally, ma'am, I would like to appreciate their weather conditions, really.
No, Devesh, you have 2 pictures in front of you. If you were to go on a long drive, which picture would you choose? The left side or the right side one?
Well, I would like to choose the left side in this condition. But if we want to compare the hours weather conditions and the right side mentioned weather conditions, I would like to choose the right side ones.
Not very, this is very, what you call selfish. Selfishness and nothing else. Okay, thank you, Devesh. Mani, good evening.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Does weather affect the way people feel? Yes, ma'am. According to me, weather affects our mood and so many factors, ma'am. Like, for example, if we live in hill stations, we want to wait for sunrises. Like the same people, like if we live in desert, the time we need to wait for breeze or rain.
Okay.
Like that, people always feel like that only. Some people like cool weather and summer, winter. Especially I like winter season, but whenever rainy season, I feel like a little bored and I want to eat hot drinks and coffees.
That is what a man is, Mani. In summer, you want winter, and in winter, you want summer.
Yes, ma'am. It depends on the person to person, ma'am, mostly. Yes. But where we are living, that depends on that places also. Like.
Okay. Thank you, Mani, for your inputs. Gurmeet, please start. Yes, Gurmeet, are you there? Gurmeet? Okay. I think we'll move ahead. We have a jumble of words here in front of you. I would suggest each one, let's do one each. Gauranshi, the first word, please.
Yes, ma'am. So the first one is hail.
Okay, thank you. Second, who's doing the second word for me? Mani, second word?
Snow, ma'am, snow.
Very well. Third? What is the third word? Yes, Govardhan, third.
Ma'am, cloudy.
Cloudy, very well. Devesh, fourth one.
Sunny, ma'am.
Sunny, okay. Abhishek, fifth.
Yes, ma'am. Fog.
Foggy.
Foggy,
Right?
foggy, foggy. Yes.
Foggy, okay. Prema, next.
Mm, I'm thinking, ma'am.
Think.
Um,
Okay, anyone else?
windy.
Windy. Okay, very
Yeah.
good. Money, next.
Last one, humid, ma'am. Like
Last one is humid. Okay. Govardhan, the one before the last one.
Ma'am, storm.
Storm. Okay, very well. Let's move ahead now. These are your answers for the jumbled words. And yes, let's talk about this. Let's make a few sentences so that, we understand the word and its usage very clearly. Let's make a few sentences. Kindly click on your hand raise. Pick up any 2 words of your choice and make simple sentences with the same. Who's going to start? Okay.
Ma'am, I would like to start, ma'am.
Okay, Govardhan, please start.
Okay. Ma'am, I don't like any storm conditions, ma'am, because
Okay.
my children have some co-related issues, health issues. So when we have such kind of conditions, they suffer a lot. So I don't like it, ma'am. And
Okay.
I like sunny days, ma'am, because
Okay.
we go out and enjoy a lot and to even the days in those days we have a lot of time, ma'am, from
We
since
had
morning
a
to
lot of
evening.
time. Okay.
Yes, we have a lot of time since morning to evening. So I don't think there is any interruption while working. So
There
I like
was any interaction. There was any interaction. Na? We are
there
talking
was.
about something which has already over, an event which was over.
I like to say generally, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. Next, who's next? Yes, Prema.
Yes,
Which
ma'am.
word would you like to select?
Snow.
Okay.
I want to visit the place where snowfall happens.
Okay, I want to visit a place where there is lot of snowfall.
Where there is a lot of
Yes.
snowfall. Second one is foggy.
Mhm.
It's a foggy weather. I can't even see my hands.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Devesh, please start.
Oh yes, ma'am. I hate May June's sunny days because the sunrise since in the morning at 5 p.m. and sunset occurs at above, I think, beyond the 7 p.m. I'm
Okay.
just talking about the northern India weather conditions.
Okay, any other word?
Yes, cloudy. In the cloudy season, I enjoy a lot by having new cuisines or having new cuisines in my home. That's
Okay.
all.
Okay. Instead of new cuisines, you can say traditional cuisines. Okay, Gaurachi, let's start.
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
The storm hit the city a few hours ago,
Mhm.
and we had to cancel yesterday's picnic because as the weather was cloudy.
As the weather was cloudy. Okay, very good. Neat sentences. Uttam, please start.
Ma'am, we have to make sentence here.
Yes, any 1 or 2 words, not all.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, I don't like sunny weather because.
Uttam, your voice is very feeble. Please speak a bit loudly.
Yeah. Now it's clear. Now it's clear, ma'am.
Okay, it's okay.
Okay. Yeah, I don't like sunny weather because it makes me more uncomfortable, and as well cloudy. I like cloudy weather because that time I feel little better, and snow also I like snow, and when I go to mountain area like hilly area, then
Okay,
there
thank
are
you,
more.
Uttam. Uttam, your voice is very, very feeble. Please check your connection once. Okay, Money, next, please start.
Yes, ma'am. Cloudy, ma'am. In rainy season, most of the days weather is cloudy. So if I want to go out, I don't forget my umbrella because I don't know when it may rain.
Okay.
Then snow, ma'am. In winter season, we can see snowfall everywhere in early morning.
Snowfall in winter season. Okay. Okay. Taken. Abhishek, please start.
Yes, ma'am. In the winter season, in the Himachal Pradesh, we can see the generally snowfall, and second on storm. The all Dubai flights are cancelled because of heavy storm.
Okay, fine. Okay, Gurmeet, please start.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Gurmeet. Please start.
Yeah,
Pick up any
as I
two
live in
words and
Srinagar,
make sentence.
yeah,
Yes.
as I live in Srinagar, we have freezing winters. I like winters and the snow. Mostly the days are cloudy. Mostly days are cloudy and windy in winters.
During winters.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes. Anyone else? I'm moving ahead. We have, I want you to match the words with the meanings. We have a few words here on the left-hand side. Avalanche, blizzard, cold spell, frostbite, and slush. The corresponding meanings are listed from A to E. We'll do one word each so that everybody gets a fair chance. So Govardhan, the first word, please.
Avalanche. D, ma'am, a large amount of ice, snow, and a rock falling quickly down the side of a mountain.
Very good. Thank you. Goranshi, second word, a blizzard. What happened? Okay. Mani, second word, a blizzard.
Blizzard. Ma'am, I can tell. Go for third one, ma'am.
Okay. Please
cold
go ahead.
spell. Cold spell. A short period of cold weather. B.
Okay.
B.
Short period of cold weather. Okay, taken. Who's next? Somebody's having a problem here. Yes, Goranshi. Can you try the second
Yes,
one?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Blizzard is a severe storm, snowstorm with strong winds.
A severe snowstorm with strong winds. Okay. Devesh, next. Frostbite.
Which one, ma'am?
Frostbite.
Frostbite, ma'am. Yeah, I think injury to someone caused by severe cold, usually to their toes, fingers, ears, or nose, that causes permanent loss of tissue.
Yes. Have you seen a frostbite, anyone?
No,
The
ma'am.
the entire area of the part of the body, like if it's a finger or a ear, the entire ear or the affected parts becomes black. Loss of tissue.
Black.
Yes, totally black.
But how's possible, ma'am?
It's possible because of severe cold. It loses your the sensory organ loses its what do you call sensitivity.
Ma'am, rather saying, I think in my personal opinion, rather saying black, it would be good to say that blue ones.
Blue.
In
I
my northern India,
I had seen somebody who had this frostbite, and it was practically black.
Oh.
I will not use the word discolored here, but okay, let's see. Probably there are the various types in this also. Okay, Prema, last one.
Yes, ma'am. Slush. Snow that is lying on the ground and has started to melt.
Okay. Sorry about that. Slow that is lying on the ground and has started to melt. Okay. Let's move ahead now to the full thing together. I want you to match the words with their meanings and read all the meanings. Yes, Govardhan.
Ma'am, one thing, ma'am, I would like to say here, ma'am, about frostbite, ma'am. Our soldiers in the Second World War had to, battle against someone on behalf of England, ma'am. During that time, all Indian soldiers with battled without proper shoes, so that they had frostbite and had to lose their legs and
Limbs, yes.
other parts of body, ma'am. It is
Yes.
it was a worst thing that I have
Yes.
heard.
Yes, true. And for some, it becomes totally red.
Yes, ma'am.
For some people, it becomes black. Basically, it is discoloration because of no blood flow or blood circulation. Must be something like that. Okay, yes. Gauranshi, can we start?
Yes, ma'am. Avalanche, a large amount of ice, snow, and rock falling quickly down the side of a mountain. Blizzard, a severe snowstorm with strong winds. Cold spell, a short period of cold weather. Frostbite, injury to someone caused by severe cold, usually to their toes, fingers, ears, or nose, that causes permanent loss of tissue. Slush, snow that is lying on the ground that has started to melt.
Okay. Can we make a sentence of any here? The usage of the word, since we know the meaning.
Yes, ma'am. Avalanches are quite common in this area.
Okay.
And my friend, unfortunately, last week my friend has had a frostbite, which led to the loss of her fingers.
Okay. Loss of her fingers, or which led to the amputation of her fingers also, is correct.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, Gauranshi. Mani, let's start. Please read the full thing.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I have a question. Like,
Okay.
Frostbite means, like, is there any skin disease, ma'am?
It's not a disease. Exposure of your skin to severe cold, that is snow. Like how Govardhan told, when they were asked to walk without shoes in the snow. Snow means I'm talking about like the snow of Himalayas or something like that. We at Hyderabad don't have snowfall, isn't it? So we don't know the severity.
Okay, ma'am. Then blood cells are not working properly.
Yes, it's not work, and many people end up, with amputation. They get their what you call limbs amputated.
Okay.
For many people, it is like that. Okay, come on, Ambani, please start.
Yeah, well, and I can read
Avalanche.
total. Avalanche.
Yes, please start. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. A large amount of ice, snow, and rock falling quickly down the side of a mountain. And blizzard, ma'am. Blizzard. A severe snowstorm with strong winds. Cold spell. A short period of cold weather. Frostbite. Injury to someone caused by severe cold, usually to their toes, fingers, ears, or nose, that causes permanent loss of tissue.
Okay.
And slush, a snow that is lying on the ground and has started to melt.
Okay. You want to make any sentence, Mani? Usage of the word for any sentence?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Avalanche in winter season, we can feel this severe snow and storm and strong winds, ma'am.
No, this is not just severe. This is extreme. Where huge chunks of snow fall from the mountain. People get buried under this. It's a very dangerous thing. It's a natural, what do you call, a calamity. Like how we have floods and drought and all that. An avalanche is something like that.
Yes, ma'am. I can make a sentence in fourth one, frostbite. In winter season, some people, some sensitive skin, like sensitive people, got infected, like frostbite.
Okay, take it, but not exactly
yes,
the right one. But it's okay. Fine. Okay, thank you, Mani. Uttam, please start.
Yes, ma'am. Avalanche. Avalanche is a large amount of ice.
Uttam, your sound.
Ma'am, still
voice is very, very feeble. I think must be some connection issue. Now it's better. Yes.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Avalanche, a large amount of ice, snow, and rock falling quickly down the side of a mountain. And blizzard is a severe snowstorm with a strong winds. Called a spell, an injury to someone caused by severe cold, usually to their loss, their tooth
No,
and
Uttam,
fingers.
Uttam, I don't know. We are not able to hear you. Please do
Still,
something.
now it's
Very,
clear.
very feeble. Very, very feeble. We'll have to, put an effort and listen to what you're trying to
Ma'am,
speak.
I am speaking loudly, ma'am.
You are, but I think there's some problem with your speaker or something like that.
Now little better or not?
Now it's better. Continue.
Okay, ma'am. Thanks. Yeah, cold spell, injury to someone caused by severe cold, usually to their toes and fingers, ears, or finger or fingers, ears, or nose that causes permanent loss of tissue. And frostbite, sorry, yeah, frostbite and slush snow that is lying on the
Slush. It
ground
is
and
slush.
has a slush.
It's slush. It's
Now,
pronounced as slush.
yeah, that is uh, lying on the ground and has started to melt. That's it.
Okay. Devesh, please start.
Yes, ma'am. I would like to say that the Southeast Asian countries, mostly Australia or New Zealand, experience the blizzard condition in May and June months.
Okay. Okay. Only
Yes,
one?
that,
Yes. Okay.
no.
Gurmeet, please start.
Yes, ma'am. Avalanche. Due to avalanche, the road was
It's avalanche.
avalanche.
The pronunciation is avalanche.
Avalanche.
Yes.
Due to avalanche, the road is badly disconnected. The road is disconnected to highway.
Okay.
Okay. Meteorological department has given the prediction of blizzard.
Okay.
In December and December and Jan are the months of cold spell.
Okay.
Frostbite. Our soldiers soldiers. Okay, our soldiers in the Kargil war faced frostbite.
Okay.
Okay, slush. Let's make snowman out of the slush.
Can we give snow a shape during slush?
Ma'am, it's little snow that is lying on the ground.
And has started to melt.
Right.
There's continuation also to that.
Possibility, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Yes, Devesh?
Ma'am, I wanted to know about the difference between ice and snow.
Snow is more softer and powdery. Ice has a shape.
Okay.
Snow does not have shape.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's move ahead now. We'll have a few more words to match. Let's do that. Match the words with the meanings. Yes, 6 to 10. Drought, heat stroke, heat wave, scorching, and sunburn. Yes, Gauranshi, the first one, please.
Yes, ma'am. Drought, a long period when there is little or no rain.
Okay, thank you. Prema, second one, heat stroke.
Yes, ma'am. A condition that can lead to death caused by being too long in a very hot place.
Okay, taken. Uttam, next. Heat wave.
Yes, ma'am. Heat wave, a condition that can lead to death caused by being too long in a very hot place. That's it.
In a very hot place. F, right? Okay, taken. Money, next. Scorching.
Scorching, very hot, ma'am.
Very hot. Okay. Devesh, next.
The sunburn is matched with a condition in which your skin is sore and red because you have spent too long in the strong heat of the sun.
Okay. Let's move ahead now. Match the words with their meanings. Let's try this. Gauranshi, please start. Read all the words like before. Please start.
Yes, ma'am. Drought, a long period when there is little or no rain. Heat stroke, a condition that can lead to death caused by being too long in a very hot place. Heat wave, a period of time such as a few weeks when the weather is much hotter than usual. Scorching, very hot. Sunburn, a condition in which your skin is sore and red because you have spent too long in the strong heat of the sun.
Okay. Would you like to pick up 2 words to make sentences?
Yes, ma'am. Last year, a lot of people died in Rajasthan because of drought. Um, Nowadays, European people can't face the scorching heat.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Prema, please start.
Yes, ma'am. First, read the full list, ma'am.
Yes, please start.
Okay.
Read everything. Match the
Drought.
word and the meanings. Yes.
Okay. Drought, a long period when there is little or no rain. Heat stroke, a condition that can lead to death caused by being too long in a very hot place. Heat
Okay.
wave, a period of time such as a few weeks when the weather is much hotter than usual. Scorching, very hot. Sunburn, a condition in which your skin is sore and red because you have spent too long in the strong heat of the sun. So I want to make sentence on drought. Most of the time, Rajasthan faces the issues regarding drought.
Okay.
And scorching, uh, above 50 degree of temperature, I can say it's scorching hot.
Okay, fine. Govardhan, please start.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, it is very common facing heat strokes during summer, and due to deforestation, drought is everywhere. It is mostly seen.
Okay. It's a condition of drought everywhere because of deforestation. Okay, very well. Devesh, please start.
Yes, ma'am. Rajasthan state experiences the drought conditions in summers.
Okay.
I mean to say the summer's condition in May or June month mostly.
Okay.
And the heat stroke, I think I would say here that for the heat stroke, in the tropical region and the most of the African countries near the equator, which are near the equator, they experience heat stroke.
Okay.
Can
I think any place
make
in India
some more?
also, we have places beyond for when it goes beyond 45 degrees heat. Then people are, prone to heat strokes.
Ma'am, I would not say here for the Indian in the weather conditions for the heat stroke, because the African countries near the equator, they experience the heat stroke because theirs the temperature goes beyond the 60-70 degree.
Okay. Any more, Devesh?
Yes, I can. The heat wave, I would say, we experience the heat wave in the month of March or April. Or scorching, I would say, people, the North Indian people in the summertime experience the scorch condition. That's all.
Okay. Gurmeet, please start.
Yes, ma'am. Drought. In drought, people have to face shortage of food. Sunburn. Due to sensitive skin, I get sunburn easily.
Okay.
Scorching, very hot. In summers, we have to face in summers we have to face scorching heat.
Okay.
Then heat stroke.
During summer, I think during summer is close, right? During summer, we face scorching heat. Okay.
During summers, we face a scorching heat.
Okay.
Now, next is heat stroke.
Okay.
Heat stroke. In the month of June and July, it's not possible to stand under the sun, as there is possibility of heat stroke.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Mani, please start.
Yes, ma'am. Sunburn, ma'am. During the summer season, we want to go out. We can take some precautions like hats, umbrellas, goggles, etc. Otherwise, we can get easily from sunburn. Ma'am, usually sunburns like face only. Otherwise,
why? I think whichever part is exposed to the sun, like our arms, feet, face, neck.
Okay, ma'am. Heat wave. In month of May, heat waves comes usually. Then kids and aged people like they can get easily ill, ma'am, sick, like.
Okay. Okay. Fine.
Senior citizens like.
Okay. Thank you. Anyone else? Shall we move ahead? Fill in the gaps with the correct options. We have the options in blue. So kindly fill in the gaps. We'll do one each as earlier. Yes, Gauranshi, the first one.
Yes, mom. My brother is a meteorologist by profession. He loves studying the weather.
Very well. Prema, second one.
Yes, ma'am. The rains were so heavy prior to the final hurricane and flooding.
Prior to the final, 1 second, let's check. Okay. Final hurricane or sleet? Yes, Mani, third one.
Third one, driving snow and sleet. Driving slow and snow and sleet brought more problems to the country's roads last night.
Okay, thank you. The next one, fourth one. Who's doing the fourth one? The East Coast states. Yes, Devesh.
The East Coast states are often hit by hurricane.
Okay.
Yes,
Gauranshi, the last one.
Yes, ma'am. The weather forecast said it was going to rain later today.
Okay, let's look at the answers. Okay, can we just brush through this? Anybody interested in reading this? Please click on your hand raise. Yes, Govardhan. Please start.
Okay, my brother is a meteorologist by profession. He loves studying the weather. The rains were so heavy prior to the final downpour and flooding. Driving snow and sleet brought more problems to the country's roads last night. The East Coast states are often hit by hurricane. The weather forecast said it was going to rain later today.
Okay. 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 Moving ahead. Prema, please start.
Yes, ma'am. I have a doubt.
Yes.
Sleet is equal to slush?
Almost.
Okay.
Sleet is, rain, when rain contains some kind of little bit of ice, and this ice melts very fast. By the time it reaches the ground, it starts melting. It melts into water. You can find them transparent ice cubes type.
Yes, yes. Both are same. Sleet and slush.
Slush is different, no? Slush is the snow melting into water. This is small pebbles of ice rather. More than snow, it is something like ice which melts immediately as it falls on the ground, as it touches the ground.
Okay, that is slush.
Yes. This is sleet.
This is sleet.
Slush is snow melting.
Okay. Got it, got it, ma'am.
Sleet is in the rain. It gets mixed in the rain. Sometimes, when there's heavy downpour, you have some ice crystals or something like that falling on the ground. Okay, and it melts immediately. That is sleet.
Okay.
Okay.
May I read the complete?
Please, please.
Okay. My brother is a meteorologist by profession. He loves
Meteorologist.
studying the weather. The rains were so heavy prior to the final downpour and flooding. Driving snow and sleet brought more problems to the country's roads last night. The East Coast states are often hit by hurricane. The weather forecast said it was going to rain later today.
Very well. Gurmeet, please start.
Yes, ma'am. My brother is a meteorologist by profession. He loves studying the weather. The rains were so heavy prior to the final downpour and flooding. Driving snow and sleet brought more problems to the country's roads last night. The East Coast states are often hit by hurricane. The weather forecast said it was going to rain later today.
Okay.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, Gurmeet.
Ma'am, rains, ma'am, is it correct? Rains?
Yes, it is.
Because I have never seen, ma'am, read rains. We all, usually we say rain.
It is followed by a plural word where.
Okay.
The rains were so prior, so it is correct. The sentence formation is correct. Okay. Yes, Devesh, please start.
Yes, ma'am. I wanted to confirm the meaning of downpour. It's just like just like the cloudburst conditions or something else.
Which word are you talking about?
The downpour, ma'am.
Okay.
It's just like the cloudburst conditions or something else, ma'am.
Downpour is something.
Not almost.
Pardon? It's a heavy fall of rainfall. Heavy fall of rain. That's it.
Then what's the meaning of here? The second sentence. The rains was so heavy prior to the final downpour and flooding.
Flooding is the next level. After downpour, it is flooding. Flooding is water getting accumulated on the land.
Yeah.
Because of lots of water.
Yeah, that's I'm able to understand. But the rains was so heavy prior to the final downpour. Prior to the final downpour.
See, ultimately the rains when they were rains, it was so heavy that just before the final downpour and flooding, the rains were very heavy. So it is understood that because of heavy rainfall, you had flooding.
The flooding started occurring.
Yes.
It started occurring.
Started flooding. Flooding doesn't occur. It started flooding because of heavy rains just before just before the final downpour.
Okay. Ma'am, the one thing I wanted to confirm that someone is asking for the meaning of slush. Someone was discussing the sleet. There was one discussion about the slush. What is the meaning of slush? SLUSH? Isn't it?
SLUSH, yes. Yes. Melting of ice is slush. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else who wants to read this? Kindly click on your hand raise, please. Okay, let's move ahead. Do you think weather patterns are changing? How and why? Yes, very much. At least that's what we have been witnessing. Okay. Yes, Govardhan.
Yes, ma'am. I think, ma'am, weather patterns are changing because of deforestation and pollution, heavy pollution, industrialization, and ma'am, a population. And so we use resources unnecessarily and heavily. Because of all these things, there is a lot of changes in the weather. And as our elders say, that in olden days there were the rains and everything was accordingly. But now, and even in summer, I mean during summer we see sometimes heavy rains, and in winter we see rains and hot days as well. So the weather conditions are have completely changed the pattern of them. So maybe because of many reasons, ma'am. So we see less productivity. Agriculture products, etc. And people also are suffering from different diseases uh, because of these sudden change in the weather.
Okay.
There are many drought conditions as well.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Unseasonal rains are the biggest example of weather patterns changing, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Recently, ma'am, 5 days ago in my area, due to seasonal rains, the paddy was completely destroyed. In my area.
Yes. Yes. These plants follow a particular pattern and life cycle, isn't it?
Yes,
If
ma'am.
that is all changed, then everything is gone. Okay. Thank you, Govardhan, for your inputs. Uttam, please start.
Yes, ma'am. Nowadays, weather patterns are changing because of deforestation as well, and pollution as well, global warming as well. We can say industries. Yeah, that's why people also they. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Prema, please start.
Yes, ma'am. I agree. Weather patterns are changing. As we know, decades ago, most common four seasons are of only for 4 months. But nowadays, we can see the summer seasons are of more than 6 months in India. And I live in Bangalore, so I'm looking the change. I can say for today only that before 8 a.m. it was cloudy, or I can say some what to say, ma'am, thanda.
Cool.
Yes,
We'll
yes.
say cool, na? Cool is
Yes, the
better.
weather was cool. Yeah. And after it was very hot, like 30-degree temperature here in Bangalore because it's a hill station. And after 5, I'm feeling the suffocation here. And I know in night I will feel the some windy weather. So I can say today I am facing 4 seasons together, 4 weather together. So this is because of the global warming, deforestation, and
Urbanization,
snow
everything.
melting. Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
yes.
That is
Everything.
why. Yeah.
Okay. Let's listen to Gauranshi. Yes, Gauranshi, please start.
Yes, ma'am. So I think yes, weather patterns are changing day by day, and they have like changed so far because like in the olden times there were a lot of trees and the weather was really like perfect. The summer started at the perfect time and ended at the perfect time, and like there was no confusion with the weather. But nowadays we can't predict weather. Like it can rain anytime, it can be stormy anytime, you can't predict anything. And it's just